Are there genuinely Sentinels fans in here? And if you are a Sentinels fan, can you give me a paragraph on what you think about this team? Like, what you actually think is going to happen? It's disappointing, rebuild phase, but it's okay, GG, go next. Okay, so you guys already gave up on the year. That's the kind of realistic thinking I want to see. Give up when you need to give up. Don't have hope. It's not worth the disappointment. Yeah, I am. I like the overall team, and I genuinely think they'll be better. Jerrwin is a dog and was insane in Tier 2. I think they might qualify for champs, but definitely not London. I can almost guarantee you that neither of those things are going to happen, but at least you're a realistic guy. And I f with that heavy. You're like, okay, maybe not this, but we can maybe do this. I like that kind of thinking. You know what I mean? It's fine. That I like. Like it's like a mix of, you know, you're a fan, so you want them to do something. So you're hoping like, you know, maybe we can sneak into champs. I like that. That's fair. It's a fair thing to say. Being a fan of Sentinels right now feels frustrating, exhausting. You go into every match hoping things will finally click, but instead you keep... Question. You go into every match hoping things will finally click. Is there a magic spell that's casted on them to make it magically click? Or in your brain, do you think things just click in the middle of a match? That's just not... There's no miracles being worked here, dude. Sen need an actual core. I feel like they keep making the same mistakes strat-wise. More aggression in rounds. I mean, to be fair to Sentinels, they put themselves in pretty decent positions to win rounds yesterday. A lot of 3v5s, 4v2s that they lost. If they clean that up, of course they'll be a contender to like get 7th place, 6th, 7th place. Oh my god, I actually didn't mean to do that.
So yeah, we brought on 2 new coaches, MBS and Doom Bros.
No, I swear on everything that I love that I did not mean to do that. But as soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew what I had done. Being a Sen fan right now feels like a lot like supporting Arsenal FC. You know there's talent and potential, but somehow things keep falling apart. Where is there talent and potential? Where? Show me this talent and potential. Is it in the room with us? For me to say that isn't saying Sen players are bad. But look at all the other constructed lineups and put Sen beside those constructed lineups. And then tell me you think that that team can make it, right? Because the baseline has gotten higher, all right? That's just how it is. The baseline of the skill level is just that high. And Sen are not on that level right now. Not yet. Like, I'm talking NRG, G2, MIBR, probably 100 Thieves as well. Who else we got? Who am I missing? Lev, maybe. Actually, nah, Lev is crazy. Furia. That's 5 teams. Crew. That's right. They just lost to Crew. 6 teams. Would you not have said this for NRG last year up until EWC in stage 2? Not constructed lineup-wise, no. I would not have. Look at the lineup. Just look at the names on the team and look at what the capabilities of those players are. Like, everyone on that NRG lineup, say they pick up who they got Scuba, they got Bonk back, and then they already had Sam, they have Mada, they have Ethan. Like, that trio is insane already. Brock too, but Brock wasn't like superstar level up until champs. I feel like the Sen fans, rather than actually supporting the team, run on nostalgia that the team brought them during the... Yeah, that's fine. Everyone does. I think that nostalgia factor should be there. That's a completely like... It's like lore. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is how I got into the team. It's perfectly okay. But to have the same expectations for this team, or even... Like, I just want people, even if you're like thinking nostalgically, like to be like, okay, like right now our team's in a rebuild phase. We're probably not going to win anything this year. And that's okay. But as long as I see progress, that's all I care about, you know? But to have unrealistic expectations of the team winning and then on them for losing is insane to me. That's when you're like a kind of cuckoo to me. Because like, what do you think is going to happen? But don't you dare compare Sentinels to Arsenal. We've already rebuilt. You already know what you're getting with John Cutie, Jonah P, Cortesia. Jerrwin and Redux, you don't really know. You tier 2 prospects. They could quite literally do what NRG did last year. Look at the players. Revus, right? Your name is Revis? Let me explain something. I just named Mada, Som, Ethan. Mada, Som, Ethan. And you hit me with John Cutie, Jonah P, Cortesia. Like, I feel like there's a difference there. And that trio compared to the trio I am. I'm not saying that Sen trio is bad, but I am saying there is a difference. Brock and Scuba were also better in tier 2 than Redux and Jerrwin last year. I mean, yeah, but when it comes to rookies, it's completely like how they slot in and like if they're able to embrace the challenge, right, and just be better. So I'm not really like focused on the rookies, but just the trio. Like you had Ethan who'd already won champs. He just wasn't a completely proven IGL, right, at that time when we swapped. But Sam was a proven top controller in the region already, and like top as in like probably top 2, if not not top 1. Adam was basically the number 2 or number 3 duelist in Americas. I think he was number 1 statistically, actually, at that time. So compare that to Cortezia Jonah P, who's been out of the game for a while now. Wait. When I was off the team and Scuba took my spot, where was Adam ranked in Americas statistically that last split? Be honest. He was first, right? At least top 3. I'm pretty sure he was 1 or 2. All right, so where am I? Who's bouncing on what then? He was 1 or 2 at that time. Now, you have Adam, you have Ethan, proven winner, and you had Sam in his prime, basically. So that trio, now add Jonah P, Cortezia, John Cutie. Which trio are you taking? And at that time, which trio are you taking? Even energy. Let's just like I said, realistic. Just be realistic. What do you think Sen can do to fix their team? What every team does: review your games, figure out the mistakes you're making, and then polish them up. That's it. That's what you do over and over again. You're essentially just like rebuilding slowly but surely, and making sure that you keep the things that work and remove the things that don't. Keep it simple. This guy said, you were asking about Sen's actual fans. I think Sen had a fan base with Zekin, Ten, Saucy, and Core team, but now they are holding by a single thread, and that is Tarek. If Sen lose Tarek, Sen will lose their remaining followers. I mean, we knew that though. I mean, Tyson took away 50% of Sen fans with him, right? And now they're just waiting for him to join a team so they can hop back on that, right? And then they have the other 50% is just spread out amongst like the players that they currently have, mainly John Cutie and Tarek. But that's normal though. It's not like a bad thing. I think that's like a normal thing. Like Sen did a really good job of marketing their players as well, and the players on Sen naturally did a good job of marketing themselves. So that's not like a shady thing to say. It's just how it is. That's the part of the problem with stability in esports though. People are fans of the players, not teams. Sometimes they're a fan of teams, but yeah, mostly players, I think. Because I asked this question on my stream the other day, or like multiple times actually I've asked. Like, are you guys fans of the players or the teams? And like for traditional sports, I feel like teams take precedence for a lot of people over like a specific player that you just follow around. In esports, it's a little bit different. They follow the players. Do you think this logic would apply to like if Forsaken and Divide left Paper X? Yeah, if Paper X just had multiple rookie teams or multiple rookie players that came out of nowhere and replaced those players, over time you would see a drastic change in that fan base. Yes, you would. I know it doesn't sound like you would, but you would. Let me put it this way. If Forsaken left and went to go join Gen G alongside Texture, and that team became slightly competitive, well, a lot of those Paper X fans are now Gen G fans by default because they're following Forsaken. If Sen bomb out of stage 1 and are mid-stage 2, do you think they make changes in the offseason? There'll be a lot of criticism. Changes come down to what the issues are on the team and whether they feel like they can switch them up and how much faith they still have in their current players. So me having played the game at a professional level, I can tell you the changes have very little to do with the criticism from outside perspective. It's a factor, but it's a very small factor. It usually comes down to if the players are like, what kind of issues they are having and if it's potentially fixable. And if there isn't any chances to fix it, then usually teams just pull the plug on the players. Any Sen players you wouldn't drop, outside of John Cutie, I think everyone's expendable. Rex is fine, yeah. They're all fine right now. I don't think Sen needs to make changes or anything. But I'm saying they're expendable players still. You can replace them. Sen can buy Kane for $1 million. No one is doing that without him not having proven anything yet. He won Ascension. That deserves $1 million. It's $1 million W. He is him. I know he's good. He's good as shit. But
in VCT
a mil is like when you're not already as an org, most orgs aren't making money. You're going to spend $1 million on a player, and then he can either work out or not.